So we are here. We're here with Tommy. So Tommy, it's hard to pin you down, Tommy. So there might be a little bit of background noise, people bashing the bags and stuff, but that's cool. It's a little bit weird today because it's only a couple of people in the gym. It's a little bit late after the class that you just taught, Muay Thai, Monday nights, 7:30. But you got an interest in. I've been wanting to pin you down. It's been hard to pin you down and get you on the couch and get you to chat because you're a busy man. So we finally done it, and here you are. So Tommy, because I find your story quite interesting. But so what happened? You used to. So tell us what happened. You used to live in Hungary, right? And then you moved to England, but you've been competing and doing martial arts for a long time before this, before you moved here. And then, so when did you start training, and what age, and what was you training in?
Okay, so I'm from Hungary, so I started training in Hungary when I was 18 years old. And actually the reason why I started to train is just for self-defense. So I told to my parents, no worries, I'm gonna train, but I'm never ever gonna compete. And after like 3-4 months of training, my trainer told me, it's gonna be a small interclub close to our city where I'm from, and just go and try because you're doing good. And I went down there. They paired me up with a guy who was like 10-15 kilograms heavier than me, and he broke my nose in the first round. And I was just so pissed, so angry. So after I went home and I told to my trainer, I want to go to the next one as well. I'm going to beat this guy up. And actually I went to the next interclub like 3-4 months later, and I knocked another guy out in the second round. And from there I just loved to train and loved to compete, and I started to competing. And I had, I think, after the second interclub, I went to the Hungarian Championship for the first round, and I just kept competing in Hungary and after international.
So did you compete in Muay Thai and K1, or just K1, or just Muay Thai?
I competed in...
Because it kind of both of them go hand in hand, right?
Yeah, quite similar, but obviously in K1 is no proper clinch, it's just one-handed clinch, or like short clinch, or from a clinch just one technique legal, so one knee, and after you have to break the clinch. And obviously Muay Thai is long clinch and elbows as well. In kickboxing, and K1 is no elbows at all.
So you've competed in both?
I competed in kickboxing rules. It means low kick, which is just kicks and punches. Full contact, I tried full contact, which is just kicks to the body and the head, and punches, so kicks just above the belt. I tried Wushu, which is a kind of kung fu where you can do takedowns and punches, knees, and once it was legal, elbows to the body as well. And actually in Wushu you fight in a podium, so it's not in the ring, it's like in tatami in high, and you have to push. So, and I tried K1, low kick, full contact, Wushu, Muay Thai, and MMA, and aside Jiu-Jitsu as well. I had one Jiu-Jitsu competition as well.
So you've done quite a bit before you moved to this country.
Yes.
Well, you've done most of it before you came to this country.
Actually I've done everything before I come to here.
Yeah.
So after I decided to move here just to see what's the opportunities here like, and actually I wanted to move away from Hungary. And after I moved here, like 1 or 2 weeks later, me and my friend who I lived with found a gym back in Harrow, and decided to go down to do a Muay Thai class. And we done a Muay Thai class, really enjoyed, but I've seen there's more people on the Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
So I decided to do Jiu-Jitsu as well, one of the afternoons. And you guys were saying, oh, you guys doing a morning classes as well, and then more like sparring. So I was happy because that time I was working in restaurants, so it's more like late night shifts, and so I had always free mornings, but I never could do the afternoon classes. So that's why I started to come down to you guys every morning.
So that was back in Harrow. That was back. So we've been here for 4 years now.
Yeah, it's almost 5 years. It's gonna be 5 years in March.
Yeah, so we were there a little bit, weren't we? We weren't there that long after you started that we then said we're gonna move. Was that maybe a year and a half?
No, I think less.
Yeah.
It was like 7 months, I think.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I think because I started in February, and you guys decided to move in October. You guys said, "Oh, I'm gonna move," and for me it was, moving to a different country and kind of being by yourself is hard, especially if in my city. I grew up in my city. I knew a lot of people because of sport. I trained in different gyms, so I knew a lot of people. And after I moved here, I was completely by myself. So I know my friend and you guys.
Yeah.
And you guys were saying, okay, we're gonna move to Watford, so we have to say bye to each other. And I just I went home and actually just decided to actually my missus was living there at the time, so I spoke with her and told her, oh, I think we're gonna move to Watford. And she asked me what Watford's like, and I just go there and check. So one of the days what we had, we just jumped on a train, come here, had a walk around, and just said, okay, we're gonna move here. Yeah, it's cool.
So, because I remember getting having a meeting with the guy from the gym here, and I'll come back and I was like, oh man, it's a good opportunity, da 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 da. And I remember the one person that kind of like made me question why, like, if we should move, because everyone was like, yeah, because everyone was
from
South
Foxy and stuff.
And everyone said, yeah, come back. And then you was like, no, don't move. I've just got here. Don't move. And I was like, oh man, I'm so sorry, man. I mean, maybe I'll swing through this way, pick you up or something like this, because I know you just sort of was happy that you found somewhere to train, right? And then I remember you going, all right. You come back one day and you said same thing. You said, oh, me and my girlfriend have just been to Watford. We checked it out. Yeah, it's all right. We're gonna move. And I'm like, oh my god. So not only you just moved from Hungary and then you just like sorted yourself out in Harrow, now you're gonna move to Watford. And I thought, man, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool that you would do something. Yeah, I put in for a transfer at the restaurant. I'm gonna move. I was like, man, that's pretty cool that you would do such a thing. But through the gym, like from
through the gym,
you've come here to Watford, and then and because the girl at the time, Nikki, who was teaching my Muay Thai class in Watford in Harrow, it was kind of tricky for her to get to Watford. So she was like, oh, I can't really. I'm like, well, okay, that's no big drama. We'll try and figure something out. And then, as a no-brainer, we just said, all right, well, you're moving to Watford now. Perfect. Let's go. You've got some, accolades in the Muay Thai or the kickboxing K1 world. So, all right, you take the Muay Thai, right? So, another further sort of, I'm trying to pull you, make sure you do stay in Watford. But through the gym, you've managed to sort of carve out
you actually
quite a lot, no?
Actually, remember when I told to everyone I'm gonna move with you guys, everyone was so happy. And Mark Fraser, he actually told me probably he's gonna have a position at his place in Watford.
Yeah.
In a warehouse.
So Mark was one of the guys who was training with us in Harrow, who obviously lived in Watford and worked in Watford, and then he said, oh, I can get you a job.
Yeah.
Right.
And actually he gave me a contact to a landlord who's actually currently still my landlord.
Oh, so he got you a job.
So actually, he got me a house and a job as well.
Cool.
So he told me he's gonna give me a number. Just call him up, tell him he gave me the number, and he has a few flats to rent out.
Yeah.
And actually, like a few days later, I called him up, come here, see the flat, rent it out, and that's it. So flat was sorted. And Mark told me probably from 1st of January, it was like November, beginning of November, he told me he gonna have a place at his work. So just transferred here to Watford, worked 2 more months, and that's it. I got another job, which actually I could train more.
Which is cool,
So actually, you guys sorted me out.
Yeah,
so.
but that was good. Like, I always tell everybody. I think I probably said it on one of the podcasts before, but I've always said, like, if you're interested in martial arts, you train a little bit. Wherever you go, if you plug yourself into a gym, you're instantly like plugged into the community.
Yeah, that's true.
And instantly you got a lot of people that you can maybe pull from, like or draw some experience, or they're willing to help you because you're instantly, because it's a kind of a weird bond that you get
That,
from like training together like that, no?
that's what's happened back in the day with me. So when I was at home, my ex-gym was based in a basement of the medical university, which is full with foreign students. So a lot of students from all over the world, like Finland, Sweden, a lot of different countries, they came to my city and they were kind of by themselves. They don't know anyone. They didn't know the city. Had no ideas where to go to shop, where to go to drink, where to go to party. So they come down to our gym, and we became friends and helped them to get on their life. So one of the guys, he was a Ukrainian guy. We became really good friends. So we always went out, and even some of us wasn't really speaking English, but we really had good time with him. So we actually always helped other people out. So I knew if I come in here and if I find the right place, so it's actually I was really lucky because I find you guys. Because if I could go somewhere else where it's full with dickheads and so I was really lucky to find you guys and actually you guys to help me.
Yeah.
So
You now been here, you teach here now for like 4 years, but so you not only got a job and a house job when you moved here, but now you've moved on again. So
yeah,
you've moved on to another career, but you also moved with this career through one of the guys in the gym as well.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Manny, who was like sorting I mean, I don't understand exactly what he done, but he was sorting out like an online course sort of thing, and you sort of, again, for him, that when I was talking to him about this, he's trying to like carve out a little career for himself.
Yeah, of course.
But he needed someone or some people to sort of guinea pig it, see
Yeah.
if it would work. So he tried looking for people, but he found like you, for instance, on the mat training. So, and then you've guinea pigged it, and you've run along with it, and now you're carving your own career with that, right?
Yeah.
So it's funny how
No, that was
it's
another
funny how it all works, right?
other really funny thing, because that time I didn't know, and I had a good job, but I knew that job is not actually for me. So the job was fine, but it's not for me. So I looked for more challenge, some different kind of job. So I decided to do some IT. So I decided to become a UX designer, user experience designer. And I remember one day I was walking home from work and I was on Instagram looking some pictures and stuff, and I see some guy posted his hidden UX designer course, and he just, what? That's what I just want to study. Who's this guy? Manny. I know him. Well, I know him. It's one of his pictures. We're training together.
Yeah.
Okay, do I have his number? I find his number, called him up. I told him where we met and stuff, and after we met here many times, and we just spoke. Okay, he's still preparing for that time. He was still preparing for his course, so
yeah, he was trying to
he said he tried to sort out, and I told him,
Get
of
it
course,
together,
I'm in
yeah.
from day one. I'm in. He said, okay, you're gonna start, and actually started his course, which was a brilliant course, and actually he became my mentor, so he helped me to learn this profession, and actually he got me a job as well where I'm currently working.
That's what I mean. It's
So
like I was talking to him about it, and he was like, I said, think about it, though, the way you've done it all. It's cool that how interconnected it all is, and you've just done it because you've had a sort of you've had an interest in training, so you've managed to branch out from all of that. From just a slight little interest in working out or training in the martial art, you've managed to have these different experiences through that, which I find funny. You've come here from Hungary, you settled in one part of the UK. I mean, it wasn't a massive move from Howard to Watford, but
yeah, but for me it was.
but when
I
you,
had no idea where I'm moving to.
yeah, where am I going? So what I mean, it's still a move, whether regardless if it's 1 mile or.
But it was a
20.
really good decision, to be honest.
And then from that you get a hookup with a job, a hookup with a house, then another hookup with a job. But that hookup with that job was not just you was helping him as he was helping you. You was guinea pigging his product per se, yeah?
Yeah.
Or his service. So I find that pretty cool. And And you're running with that now. That's your thing. That's
Yeah,
what you do
but
now.
for me, this other thing was funny when I told to the guys I changing a job. I remember it was one Wednesday. There's a lot of people here for pets. I said I'm gonna change my career, and I found out at least like 10 people working in IT, and all were here to help. Even Sunil, he said, yeah, I have contacts. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna help you where to reach out, how to reach out, how to build up your portfolio, your CV. And a lot of people straight away they said, okay, we can help you without actually asking for it.
Yeah.
Because we know each other, we're training each other, and it's just, and there's a lot of people saying it's like a family, but actually it is.
Yeah, it's a weird, like I've always said, my friend John always said, it's like there's a strange camaraderie you have because you spend so much time together, sort of, but you're not really aware of that time because you're trying to, it's a self-development, you're trying to, get fitter, you're trying to, better your art. You just take it for granted people are going to come, and all of a sudden you realise you've known this dude here for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and of course I've known him for 6, 7, 8 years. Oh, right, yeah, cool. And it's like a lot of people don't even know what each other do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you said, like you've been training here, like say 3 years, say, and then you switch career, and I'm going to do this. Oh yeah, there's like 5 different people in the similar industry.
Yeah.
Go here, go there, and you didn't even know what they did, because a lot of the time when people train together, they don't care what you do. They don't really pry into, if you want to tell me, then no problem, but we don't go, right, what do you do?
Yeah, but that's what we're here for. No one cares what you're doing. No one cares how much money you have. The most important thing is just be here and train.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's the other thing why I like. It's a lot of mixed people from different kind of background, different kind of, you can meet with a lot of different people in a gym, and you can have a really close bond with those people who you train with. Because for me, it was always like sparring with someone. If you think you like beat up each other and not being angry at each other.
Yeah.
So you have to have a trust in the other one who you're sparring with. He don't try to hurt you badly, or not doing anything like kneeing you in the face, or try to elbow you, or doing something dodgy. So I think this bond is really unique between people, and a lot of people don't really understand, because what a lot of people see is just aggressive people beating up each other. No, it's way more than that.
Yeah. Well, it's beyond that, isn't it? It's not exactly, because like a lot of people say, what you do is very violent.
Yeah.
But for me, seeing 2 people, like say they're playing football, then they have an altercation. For me, that's violence, because it's out of their game, isn't it? They're supposed to be kicking the ball about. All of a sudden, they're in each other's face, having to go at each other, and to me, that's not the game. So therefore, that's violent. That's aggressive, that's violent. Whereas when you're exchanging a martial art, for me that's not violence. It's a martial art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course, a fight in the street is violent, because again, that's not the game, is it? You're going about your business, coffee shop, going out for a beer. It's not the game.
Yeah.
So whereas what we do, that's the game. You punch, you kick, and you know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah, but for this thing, I think you have to have a trust in your partner, so you can play football with anyone. Yeah. But I think to fighting someone, grappling with someone is a bit different. It's.
Well, I think sometimes you have to, like you said, trust people, but the trust sort of comes over time, doesn't it? But it's sort of like there's a certain unspoken bond, unspoken. Like not necessarily you don't look for it, but it just happens. It's just the same with meeting friends and getting along with a circle of friends. We're all friends now. Okay, you don't go out and interview friends, do you? You just okay, I like you, so I'll spar you a bit more. I don't like you, so I'll avoid you, and so forth. I think people are kind of like magnets anyway, and they kind of you attract to certain people. I think I've seen that a lot. A lot of gyms have a certain type of people.
That's true.
So another gym and have a different type of people, and these guys might not fit there, and those guys might not fit there, but they all fit in one spot.
Yeah.
And I think we have a bunch of good guys here. There's a few I think interesting characters. Again, that's why I wanted to put them on the SETI and have a chat. Because I think it's kind of funny. because realistically, like, because we're out sometimes. What I really want to do, if I'm going to try this weekend when we're in Newcastle, I took it last week to Margate, but we didn't manage to do it. But I want to try and get like a little
team
group
podcast.
one when we're away, because because sometimes we're having these, like, we have conversations with people and someone has upset someone else, and I'm like, guys, none of you should be friends. Yeah, none of you should be friends, because if you took the mat away or you took the training away, you wouldn't know each other.
Yeah, it's true.
So you just got to relax a little bit. And sometimes it conflicts, you know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. And when I see it all, I just sort of observe it. Yeah, it intrigues me. It's funny. You know what I mean? It's very funny. Very funny indeed. So also, another thing, any plans to, are you done competing? You want to compete anymore?
I don't know. There's a lot of people asking it.
Because you teach here now. But what do you want to do in your own, like in your martial art? Do you want to are you just content with to continue training, or you want to compete some more, or what do you want to do? I mean, I know you're concentrating on your like your sort of new IT career, but is there anything else that, like martial art wise, you want to do, or is it just like a supplement to what you do outside of the gym now?
No, I want to train more, definitely, because I'm really missing. So I cannot really train much in the last, I would say, like a year. So I want to train more, like 3-4 times a week. A lot of people are asking when I'm going to compete again. I'm still thinking once I'm going to compete, one more, because I want to try a lot of things what I learned here. Because, for example, I had 2 MMA fights. It was one night. And that time I was training Jiu-Jitsu for like 6 months or something. So my ground game was really, really big, you know. So really weak. So I would love to try how is it now when I'm in the real fight. So I would love to try, but we'll see how's my life going.
Yeah,
Now I have other priorities to focus on. I try to sort out those things first, because with my age, I'm 30 now, so I'm not gonna be younger, so I have to sort out certain things. But I'm definitely want to train, and to be honest, I want to train in my whole life because I love to do this. Without training, I'm always nervous, or whenever I'm feeling depressed or sad or something, I just have to come down and train, and I'm just okay. Everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, you can switch. Sometimes with competition, of life gets in the way. Not gets in the way, but you have to balance everything in it. So, like, I was talking to someone earlier. Oh, when they go, oh, you still fighting, you still competing. But sometimes, you know, it's not the right time. I've got this plate I'm spinning with my career. You know, like for you, I'm getting this settled, and then once that's settled, then maybe I can come back because that's the beauty of the martial art. It's always going to be there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, like, all right, maybe you know, like, let's say, like, for me, I'm 40 years old now, and all right, I'm not going to maybe compete to the top level in the world, but there's still somewhere for you to compete. All right, maybe I don't want to do another MMA fight, but maybe I can train to or compete in some jiu-jitsu. Or there's always, like, if a 50-year-old walks in the gym and just wants to start, there's going to be something for them to do, even if it's just training and helping people prepare for competition. If they wanted to compete a little bit, there's going to be like something for them to do. They can go to a master's, or, you know, the martial art will always be there. Because I've had conversations with youngsters. Oh, do you think I should, you know, ditch the uni and just concentrate on my jiu-jitsu, or should I, I mean, one time, should I not do the rugby, but do the jiu-jitsu, you know, concentrate? No. I said, look, figure it out. Get your education, and then the martial art will always be there. In one shape or another, the martial art will always be there. I mean, the one thing that won't always be there is, like, the opportunity. So if you have an opportunity here, then concentrate on that, and then the martial art will help.
Yeah.
You know, like you say, you're feeling a bit low, you come hit the bag, come train, you feel better. You can, you know, go about your business and carry on with your, you know, other bits and pieces in your life, you know. So, well, that's interesting. Well, I mean, you train your jiu-jitsu now.
Yeah.
So you have a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm guessing you're on your way to your black belt, right? You want to.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but
It's probably going to take a while.
Yeah, it can. Yeah,
But
and it will.
again, it's always going to be
Yeah, of
there.
course. We'll see how my life gonna be. So if I can start to train normally how I was training, that would be amazing. But we'll see. With the competing bit, if I look back, I think I've done enough. I mean, I had a lot of fights. I had a lot of, I would say, titles and ups and downs and everything. So if we look back, it was amazing. I really enjoyed it. And the problem, I changed. So I'm still thinking in my head, I'm still 25, fit and everything. But with the age, I became a bit more cautious about my health as well. Like back in the day, a broken nose, I didn't even care. Didn't even went to the doctor, just fix it. I always went to the toilet and just popped it back. Now I'm a bit more cautious about these kind of things. So that's why I'm thinking about competing again. Actually, will I be mentally able to compete again or not?
Yeah.
So
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, you never.
Many times I turn up, I think, oh yeah, I'm fit, and actually I'm a professional fighter. But no, I was.
Yeah.
I'm not anymore.
Well, you never.
Maybe I
always-
can be again, but currently I'm not.
Yeah, but
But mentally, I think I am.
You never say never.
Of course, that's true.
You never say
It's
never.
it just depends on how much time I can spend in the gym and what's important and what's not.
Of course, yeah.
What's the
But-
priorities.
That's the same for me. I mean, I'm the same. Like, oh, have you retired? I'm not. I mean, yes, no, maybe so. Who knows? If something comes my way, who knows?
Yeah.
I never say no. So, for me, I just train.
Yeah.
You know, like I have a person here tonight come to check out the classes and stuff. Oh, this is a really good spot you've worked with. I said, I don't really work that hard, but I work and I'm diligent and I'm just train and I'm just chip away. So I never say never, you know, and you never know. But one thing I do know is with competing and stuff, I know I'm going to train more than I compete. Yeah, it's standard. Whether I'm a full-time, even if you're a young full-time fighter, you need to train more than you actually compete. Otherwise, you're not going to get any better, right? So, first and foremost is, I like to compete, but let's just keep training. And
There's a lot of beginners saying, oh, I want to compete in a month, but it's not that how it works.
yeah, a lot of people want to compete, they just don't want to train.
Yeah.
They don't want to do what it takes to get to that, like, competition level, you know.
Especially when people say in a leg it hurts. Don't kick leg because it hurts.
That's what we're here for, and we're here to train them and educate them and guide them through this, you know.
Yeah, true.
So yeah. All right, perfect. Well, let's end it there because I know you've got to go home, go to sleep. You've probably got some user experiences to design. No?
Yes.
So thank you very much, Tommy. I just wanted to get Tommy here and give his little story over because I always find your story fascinating. How you can, because it's a big leap jumping from a, let alone moving from a town, moving from a country.
Yeah.
And coming,
Moved 2,000
I
kilometers
mean, your
away.
English is better than my Hungarian. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I managed to get it without any subtitles. Maybe, but I might have to put some.
You
in.
know one word. You know the sauce.
I know the sauce.
That's good.
I
That's
know
good.
sauce. My Hungarian extent is sauce.
Sauce.
So
That's
I
good.
can always be all right if I can
You can order some
get
sauce.
some sauce.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, a pleasure to have you here, Tommy, and we'll
Thank you for inviting me.
get you back in soon if we if it requires, my man. Especially if you're gonna maybe compete or something, maybe we'll get you back in, see how your preparation's going or whatever. But Tommy's here
Cool.
every Monday, guys, teaching the Muay Thai here. He's part of the Muay Thai, heading the Muay Thai team here. So it's a pleasure to have him here teaching and a great asset to our gym. So thank you very much, Tommy.
Thank you,
and
Dave.
Thank you for listening. Us.